Hey guys, welcome out to Keels, and yes, we've now got some transfer news now for you guys. Manchester United officially almost sign Weghorst, and obviously Chelsea look to win the race for a loan deal for Felix over Manchester United and Arsenal. Like, who would have really thought that for a start? But instead of signing João Felix, the option for Manchester United that we decide to go with is Weghorst, a Burnley reject. So it's embarrassing, really, isn't it, from Manchester United? It really is embarrassing. And the reason we have done it is because, obviously, like at this point, the Glazers don't want to spend any money. Their excuse is because apparently they are selling the club, and that's apparently apparently their excuse for not wanting to spend money. But as I keep on saying, you might as well spend your money before you do eventually leave. But actually, nah. Remember, it's not even their money. They're just taking it out of the club and just using the club's money. And it's an absolute joke. Can't be us getting into all that. But the Glazers are at fault for this deal. I don't think Ten Hag ideally wants this deal to go ahead. I mean, I highly doubt Ten Hag would want this deal to go ahead and for Manchester United to sign Weghorst. I mean, who would want this to happen? Why would Ten Hag want this deal to go through and happen? I mean, he is Dutch, so in a way, is that kind of a benefit to Eric Ten Hag? I don't know, but I mean, at the end of the day, look, it's an embarrassing signing for Manchester United, and it looks to almost be complete. It looks to almost be complete, and in my opinion, it's a real embarrassment. And Manchester United, I mean, I honestly cannot wait for these owners to be out the club. To be fair, and we need a proper transfer window, and we don't even just need to play work up front. We need to also work on other positions as well. But yet again, John Murta, who's got a high up role at Manchester United in the board, and the Glazers don't want to, and Richard Arnold as well, don't forget that clown. None of them want to spend money in Manchester United, and their excuses as well. The Glazers are selling the club, and their other excuses is that apparently the Glazers spent 200 million in the summer, which they did. But again, I can't be asked getting into it right now with the whole situation. But like all the Manchester United fans know the backstory to what's happened with the Glazers and all, and why they don't spend the money, and why we want them to go. And it's a prime example as well, because also you go it as well, you don't only just take dividends out of the club. You just the money that you've the money that you use to buy players, you spend on general shit, and that is and this is what we are doing here by signing Weghorst. And obviously, as we all know, it's nowhere near a good enough deal for Manchester United. He's Dutch, so I know he could work well with Eric Ten Hag, possibly. I don't know, but that could possibly be why Ten Hag might be accepting this deal. And might want it to happen. And I've heard obviously Weghorst is good in the air as well. He attacks the ball well in the air. But let's be real here. This is not the deal that we wanted, and I'm not going to lie though. This is kind of what I did expect, and I think it's also what a lot of the other Manchester United fans expected as well. To end up signing a player like Udi Ighalo. I mean, I know Weghorst might be that a little bit better than Udi Ighalo, but this is kind of like that kind of type of signing, though, if you get what I mean. It's a disgraceful signing. And, I don't know one Manchester United fan that actually wants this deal to go ahead. It can't happen. We cannot let this deal go ahead. I really do hope that talks will somehow break down. Burnley or Besiktas, just call this transfer off, because honestly, it cannot happen. We cannot go through this. I mean, I've said, yes, we've needed a striker in the past, and we really do need a striker this January. But, I've said it before, and, I say it again as well, we want a striker, but we need to get the right striker at Manchester United, and Weghorst will not be the right striker. This is meant to be a replacement for Cristiano Ronaldo. And So Weghorst is meant to be a replacement for Cristiano Ronaldo. I can not get my head around us wanting to sign Weghorst as a Ronaldo replacement. Apparently, this one might be a permanent deal as well, which it's an absolute shambles at Manchester United at the moment. And obviously, João Felix wants that move to Chelsea over Manchester United, and apparently it is because Manchester United won't pay that £11 million fee, which is being asked of from for this deal to happen. Manchester United are not paying the £11 million deal to get that loan deal over the line. So that's us just refusing to pay money once again, and us trying to offer a lot less money once again. We just try and, I don't know, but we like these owners and the directors of football and just everyone behind this, they do not at all want to pay the money up just to get these players. It always happens. It always happens. The owners don't want to pay the money to go on and sign these players. They don't want to pay the right price tag, which is being asked for. So they keep lowering it as much as they bloody possibly can, and then eventually another team hops in, pays them the money, and then that's that. It's exactly what happened with Cody Gakpo in that situation. We were too busy refusing to pay the fee that PSV were asking for, kept on talking to them, trying to get an outcome. Then there we go. Liverpool just hop right in and they get that signing sorted within about 2 hours' time. So it just shows how much of a mess Manchester United is back behind the scenes. It honestly is an absolute shambles, and it's so hard to get my head around, to be fair. It's absolutely unbelievable what happens, and why these deals just keep on and keep on and keep on falling apart because of these owners. I cannot wait for them to go. Make sure you guys drop a like on the stream and subscribe if you haven't already done so. It would have cost me a lot if you could. But yeah, guys, honestly, it's an absolute disgrace, these owners at Manchester United. And, we need change, basically. We need some serious change. And, let's be real, like we all know these, Weghorst is nowhere near good enough for Manchester United. He hasn't proven that he's Prem experienced. And, I want a striker who has had experience in the Premier League. And, Weghorst, he's played in the Premier League for Burnley last season, but he was absolutely awful. He was absolutely awful for Burnley last season. He scored 2 goals in 20 games. If you do that for Burnley, imagine. I mean, I know like Manchester United, we've obviously got better service, so he'll probably be able to score more goals for us than he did Burnley, Weghorst, of course. But is he even a player that will be able to handle the pressure under the lights at Old Trafford week in, week out? Because remember, this is going to be Weghorst will be our striker for the rest of this Premier League season. This is going to be the man at Manchester United as a striker up top for the rest of this season. It's just going to annoy me looking at the team sheets and then seeing Weghorst's name on there just week in, week out, playing up front for us. And, obviously Ten Hag does not want this deal to go ahead, but, he doesn't really have any other choice but to, because, at this moment in time, it doesn't even look like we're looking at anybody else. The João Felix deal, we've absolutely bottled because apparently we can't be asked to pay £11 million on the loan deal for him. I honestly do not see why we have not even bothered to do that. I mean, it's the Glazers, of course they haven't done it. And then but Weghorst, it's such a huge downgrade from where we're supposed to be at. It's a huge downgrade from the players that we were expecting to bring into the club in January. It's an absolutely huge downgrade, and it's a disgrace, to be fair. It's absolutely embarrassing to the Manchester United fan base, to the board, just to everyone. It's just a huge embarrassment. But the board have just been embarrassing themselves and the fans for their years now. It honestly has to stop. And I really do hope that the club is sold as soon as possible to people who actually support Manchester United, because obviously that's the idea. We want this team to be sold to to probably an owner who supports Manchester United, the supporter of the club, because in my opinion, that will probably be like the ideal scenario, us selling the club to people who actually do support the team. That's definitely the ideal in my opinion, but at this moment in time, of course, it just doesn't look like we're really going to get anything out of this transfer window. And also apparently this is going to be this will probably most likely be our only signing of this January transfer window. This will most likely be our only signing of this January. So yeah, it's just all over the place, to be fair. While Weghorst, Manchester United's only signing in January is it's just an absolute joke to me, to be fair. It's an absolute shambles. But yeah, Chelsea signing João Felix. What are my thoughts on that? I mean, I think it's a great deal for Chelsea to snap up. I think João Felix would help them. I mean, they're in a bit of a bad crisis at the moment, and Chelsea, of course, do need to sell players. Sign players, of course, sell players as well. Don't forget, Chelsea do need to get rid of Deadwood. But I'm just gutted and furious that Manchester United absolutely just bottled up that João Felix deal, and Manchester United now can't sign João Felix because we're just not willing to pay him 11 million for him on a loan, which it's a mess. It's an absolute joke, and it's an absolute mess at Manchester United that these owners just are not willing to just to pay a simple bloody price tag for him on this loan deal. I mean, yeah, 11 mil might be a bit much for a loan, but I don't know. You should still pay it anyway. Like, you need to back the manager. Ten Hag deserves backing after everything he's done. He needs backing, and Weghorst is not enough. Weghorst is nowhere near enough at Manchester United. To be fair, I can't really see it helping us out. To be fair, it's not a great deal whatsoever. I honestly do not know what he will really do for us, and I don't think he's any better than Martial. To be fair, he's no better than Anthony Martial. If anything, Martial is probably even better than Weghorst. To be fair, Martial's probably even play a little bit better than Weghorst as well. To be fair, it's just the downside that Martial's always injured, because if Martial wasn't always playing injured, then we wouldn't have to. Then we probably wouldn't really be into. I don't know, but like, there's always just been an issue at Manchester United and strikers. It's always just been an issue for a very, very long time now. It's been a huge issue. We were originally obviously meant to, we should have got a replacement for Edison Cavani when obviously he left Manchester United back in the summer. We still didn't spend £200 million on that. It's a mess. But yes, so we didn't get another backup striker. And now we've done absolutely nothing at all in the build-up to try and find a replacement for Ronaldo. So these owners have done absolutely nothing about it. They've just sat on their arse the whole time, and decided just to wait until January starts, and then you eventually try and snap up a Weghorst deal and just mess around. Not paying the money to sign João Felix. I mean, it's a right mess, to be fair. It's a very right mess at Manchester United right now, and I just don't know what Weghorst will do to even help this team out. Like, I just don't see why we've done it. I don't see how Weghorst would come into Manchester United and help improve this team and take us to new levels up front, because he won't. I mean, look at our goal difference. We've got 7 goal difference in the Premier League. Our goal difference is 7. And if you look at Arsenal have 26 goal difference. Manchester City have 29 goal difference. Newcastle have 21 goal difference. So all 3 teams above us so far this season have their goal difference up in the 20s. We're not even in double digits yet on goal difference, and we're 4th place. So something's not right about that. We need to be scoring more goals. Obviously, Marcus Rashford's doing really well at the moment, scoring a lot of goals. He's basically scoring a goal a game at the moment, Marcus Rashford, which is really good to see. But we can't just rely on Rashford Rashford's, Rashford's a winger. He's not a striker. He's a winger. So, just imagine if we can, we've got Marcus Rashford on the wing. Imagine if, and, like the pace that Marcus Rashford play has as well. Rashford on the wing, making great runs in behind. He's so fast. He can make runs, get the ball, and just ping one into the box. And, we need a good striker in there. And, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, though, I think a positive about Weghorst is that he is a striker who is good in the air. I don't think he's incredibly quick. Weghorst, he's not the quickest player, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a real hard one to think about. To be fair, it's a real hard one. But yeah, João Felix is going to Chelsea, not Manchester United or Arsenal. Which obviously Arsenal as well didn't want to pay the 11 million price tag for him either. So I mean, João Felix will be suffering at Chelsea, playing all for this season. So Fabrizio Romano said Chelsea and Atletico Madrid are now completing final details of João Felix deal, as Blues want to be fast and get it 100% sealed this week. Full agreement on personal terms as João has accepted Chelsea move. It will cover his full salary until June the 30th. Okay, so I mean, Chelsea just, they got right in there. Manchester United could not be asked to bloody eventually bid. We were just too busy apparently talking away to his agents and all. And then, bang, Chelsea suddenly pop in and, it's done. They've already agreed personal terms and all of it. They've agreed the deal and, they're into the final stages of getting the play deal done. So Manchester United too busy chatting away to his agent, get nothing done. It's so frustrating, so bloody frustrating. To be honest with you, I mean, it's just a joke how this club's run. Really, it's just a joke how Manchester United is run by these owners and all. It just keeps on getting even bloody more and more and more bloody frustrating as we go. Really, so But yeah, I mean, João Felix, will he even be how will he even get on at Chelsea? Like, Chelsea aren't even playing well at the moment. So, I don't know, how will João Felix even go on and perform at Chelsea? Like, will he perform well or how will he be? How will he perform there? Like, it's an interesting question, of course, to find out. But yeah, we'll have to wait and find out. But yeah, Chelsea looking to get that deal done this week while Manchester United have been messing around on this deal for a while now. So, Jesus Christ. It's just unbelievable just how long, it just shows, you need a good director of football, you need good owners, and you need to get these deals done quick. You can't be messing around. And, Manchester United knew that there were other teams looking at João Felix as well. So why not act quick about it? I do not see why. There was no urgency in this whatsoever. We did not act quick. And yeah, Manchester United knew there were other teams looking at João Felix. João Felix has been a big talk and a real popular player around this January transfer window. And, other teams have made it clear that they've wanted him. We had Arsenal on our back wanting to sign him. Chelsea, as we know, have shown interest, but they've shown little interest for what I've known about. And then today, it's all just turned around, and suddenly Chelsea are on the road to signing João Felix on that loan deal. So, honestly, it's a real weird one. It's a real weird one. But yeah, exactly. It's exactly the kind of same situation as Gakpo. We're too busy just talking his ears off, trying to get to sign. Too busy chatting with his agent, and the agent's doing something behind our back because the other team's obviously acting quicker than we are because we're not even putting in an official bidding. And that's why it's an absolute mess. But we're working pretty quick on this Weghorst deal though. Surprise, surprise. I mean, it's because he's a cheap player, though, and he's not that good. That's why we're able to work quick on him. And also, no one's interested in him. So, there's no pressure in getting that deal done. It's so frustrating. Honestly. Honestly. But yeah, guys, make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. It would have cost me a lot if you could. And yeah, obviously, things need to change quick at Manchester United if we are, of course, wanting to sign these players. But yeah, I honestly really can't see us going anywhere without Weghorst. I mean, I just honestly just don't blame no what are we trying to get out of this one though? Like I think the reason why the owners and stuff have tried to get this deal done and have suggested Weghorst, and the scouts of course have. I think the reason why the suggested Weghorst to Ten Hag is because he's good in the air. Ten Hag wants someone who's good in the air, and he's Dutch. But look, I've seen loads of people saying, "Oh yeah, we should just stop going for the Dutch players. We've got enough." And all that, and then and the players from like the Dutch leagues, and then, but I mean, you want a player who's good in the air, but yeah, Weghorst is good in the air, but he's not good enough for my liking. He's not good enough for my liking. He's a tall guy, but he doesn't carry much pace, and ideally at Manchester United we want a striker with pace, and Weghorst doesn't really carry much pace with him at all. So yeah, it's. That's also a downside to getting this deal, and he's gonna be here for the rest of the season. It's not gonna work out, and I'm assuming tomorrow we're gonna hear quite a lot about this deal. And tomorrow, I think that's this deal we will hear from Fabrizio Romano, Sky Sports, that this deal's basically almost complete. We probably would have agreed the personal terms with him, and they got that deal done. It's a complicated one though. It is a weird one because. Burnley need to. I mean, it might not be tomorrow actually, because Burnley need to. Burnley need to release. Need to get Weghorst back from his loan deal from Besiktas. Manchester United are currently in talks with Burnley over this, and it's looking increasingly likely that this deal will go ahead. So yes. Looking increasingly likely by the hour. This deal's looking to happen, unfortunately. So, but we're gonna have to deal with it. There's obviously nothing we can do about it, and Weghorst will be Manchester United's only signing in January, which is, that's the thing that frustrates me even more. Just knowing that, Weghorst will be Manchester United's only signing this January. It's I don't know, he's going to be our only signing this January, Weghorst. Signing Weghorst and being our only signing in January it's not it. It's not enough, and it's not it. It's not what we want. It's not what we want. And yeah, I don't know any Manchester United fan that actually wants this deal to even happen or go ahead and all. But yeah, it keeps looking even more and more likely. And it's just getting even more frustrating because, also at this point in the season as well, though, we need more signings this January because, I mean, we need more squad depth though, don't we? Obviously, we all know, Manchester United, we need more squad depth at this club, and we just haven't got the squad depth at the moment that we need if we are to go on and push on for the titles. I can see Manchester United. If we can't win the Carabao Cup, I don't think we'll win anything. That's where we're at right now. Because honestly, I think if we don't win the Carabao Cup, I can't see us winning the FA Cup, because the FA Cup, that's all the way in June, and our players could be knackered out by then. So luckily, the Carabao Cup's in Feb. That's in February, so we could get that deal done by then. So the Carabao Cup's in Feb. Players shouldn't be too tired by then. So, they shouldn't be too fatigued by then. So we should be all right to go on and push on and win that. So, but yeah, we'll find out tomorrow against Charlton. Should win that fairly easily, though. Let's be real here. Charlton, they shouldn't really be causing us much issues. Let's be honest. It shouldn't be much of an issue, that game. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, if we can't win the Carabao Cup, I can't really see us winning anything else because squad depth is important at Manchester United, and it's something that we haven't bloody got at this minute. So So yeah, honestly, I do not know what to really think about it. To be fair, can we get top four still though? I mean, surely we can. Surely we play can go on and push on and get top four still. I think top four is possible. Like, I'm just not sure if we'll be able to play go on and win the FA Cup or anything. But again, top four is really important. Top four is really important. But again, though, like we want silverware this season at Manchester United. Though, like if we don't get silverware this year, then it's a fail. It's another fail of a season. But again, we are in a process under Eric Ten Hag, and hopefully when the new owners do play come in, Ten Hag gets the backing that he needs at Manchester United because just the summer transfer window, just get the owner, get the play owners, back him, get our new owners to back him in that transfer window in the summer because we should have them by then, or the owner or the owners. It just depends on when we get, obviously. But yeah, hopefully the owners do back him. The new ones do back him, which they should do, and then we will be back on track and actually ready and being serious about things for once in ages from next season. We actually hopefully will be serious about matters, and we will sign players that we do need, and we won't get any stupid signings like this Weghorst one, and obviously as well. Like we won't continue bottling deals such as like we have been with this whole João Felix one. Absolutely bottled this deal really badly, and like we did with the Gakpo one as well, bottled that one badly as well. So yeah, honestly, it's really bloody frustrating. But yeah, that's all I can say. It's all I can really say, really. But yeah, João Felix and Chelsea. I mean, João Felix. Like, I'm surprised that he would even want this move. Like, obviously João Felix wants to play in the Premier League. Of course, it is the biggest league in the world. Who wouldn't want to play in the Premier League as well, though? But you're playing for Chelsea. But obviously, it's Atletico Madrid who've accepted the offer of Chelsea because they're actually, wanting to pay that 11 mil price, do I believe it is, for that loan deal of João Felix. So, they're actually paying the money, and Manchester United didn't want to do that. Arsenal didn't want to do that, but we really should have done that. And, oh, Jesus Christ. These owners just, they don't know matters one bit. It's a joke having them around the club. Bloody hell it is. Yeah, honestly, there are other strikers out there who Manchester United could have looked at as well, though, on a loan deal. Not Weghorst. Like, there's so many that we could have had a look at who would definitely be a better option than this. Yeah, I had a feeling that João Felix deal wouldn't work out anyway. I thought he'd go to Arsenal, though, not play Chelsea. But yeah, I did have a feeling that deal wouldn't work out. I mean, I have obviously been saying, oh yeah, João Felix isn't an out-and-out striker. We should go and get someone else. But I prefer him to Weghorst any day of the week, though. Like, the reason I am annoyed is because like these two were clearly the only kind of people we were looking at in January to sign for, like to sign as a striker option. I know Felix ain't even a proper striker, but these two are the only guys we're even looking at. So this is the issue here, is that we've absolutely bottled it, and we need to sign this man Weghorst. So yeah, it just really frustrates me. It really just frustrates me. But yeah, anyway, guys, I probably am going to wrap it up here. Yeah, I probably will wrap it up here, guys. But yeah, honestly, it's not a great situation to be in at the moment. Signing these absolute bums of players, Weghorst. I mean, it just does. It's just doing my head in hearing about this deal, and it's actually happening. Next couple of days, we're going to continue to hear even more and more and more about this deal going through. And yeah, this deal apparently, I mean, I heard someone say, no, it's not someone. I just saw something on Sky News saying, oh yeah, well, Weghorst be able to play against City this weekend. I doubt that deal will be done by then. It'll probably be done by next weekend, so we might be able to play against Arsenal. or something. Probably he'll probably be able to play in an Arsenal game. To be fair, but this is not the deal we wanted to hear. This is not the deal we want to hear about. I would have preferred to even sign that Mudryk guy that Arsenal and play Chelsea one. Mudryk. Is he even? Wait, I don't know too much about him. Mudryk, footballer. Wait, Mudryk. Oh no, he's not even a striker. He played a left mid. Oh, I mean, he probably would have been able to do a better job up front than Weghorst. Oh, jeez. I mean, this guy is a Burnley reject, and we're actually wanting to get this deal made and done. Oh, just makes me feel sick looking at this news. Wait, hang on. So Besiktas have made a statement. So they made a statement on Weghorst 7 hours ago. So I'm a bit late looking at this. So Besiktas official statement on Weghorst to Man United deal claims that there are exits in Weghorst's contract for 2.5 fee from Premier League clubs are completely fake. The decisions on Weghorst are only up to Besiktas. We will inform on more developments. So yeah, they say they're completely fake, but won't just. I mean, that's just what anyone would say, though, wasn't it? And we just heard from Blake everywhere else that that they are that apparently like it is actually happening. So Besiktas have said they're fake, but it's not fake. It's 100% happening. I mean, I suppose they have to say that though, don't they? Like they can't really give that kind of thing away though. So they kind of have to come out and say, oh yeah, it's fake. Like I don't know. I suppose they kind of have to say that. So yeah, just because Besiktas make a statement and say it's fake, does that, in my opinion, means absolutely nothing. And the deal's close. The deal is close, and we all know because we've seen it everywhere. This Blade deal is close. Weghorst signing for Manchester United is close. Weghorst. Honestly, it's a horrible transfer. How old is he? I mean, yeah. Well, Weghorst even said himself though. Weghorst said himself that claims that there are exit clause. Oh, that there are exit clauses. The decisions on Weghorst are only up to Besiktas. So if Besiktas are happy to let him go, then they can let him go. So he does. So what he's saying is that he doesn't have an exit clause, but Besiktas basically can decide if they do want to sell him though. But yeah, Weghorst really wants the deal to happen. Manchester United, they're not giving up on signing. Well, Weghorst, of course we're not. Just go and sign somebody else. I just don't know. Just go and sign somebody else. That's what we should do. Just don't even bother messing around with this kind of thing. It's just a joke seeing us mess around wanting to sign Weghorst. I just don't get it. Weghorst really wants to join Besiktas, so they've come out and said that there's no release, that there's no exit deal, but they could be, but they possibly could sell him anyway, and just take him back to Burnley. But they kind of have to say that anyway, though. But Manchester United, we're being apparently, they've said that being rejected, but they're not. But we're not giving up on the deal. I just hope that they just keep on rejecting and we just have to move on to just somebody else. I don't know who we move on to though. I have no bloody idea who we move on to. Honestly, I have a feeling if we don't sign Weghorst, we won't sign anybody this January. I just have that feeling. But to be fair, the thing is though, signing Weghorst is better than signing nobody. I guess that kind of is that positive. Signing Weghorst is better than nothing, but still though, it's Weghorst. But yeah, honestly, it's not good to see. We want form and more development. So yeah, it's going to keep on developing, and the deal keeps on. I think the deal's definitely still bloody close though. it's still close. But yeah, honestly, yeah, I do not believe a word of that statement from Besiktas though. Like, if they do say that, I don't know, like they will let him go, won't they? Like, even if people do come out and say, "Oh yeah, it might be fake," but it's not. I mean, yeah, but it's gonna happen though, isn't it? Like, we're like this, like our scouts and everyone, and the directors of football and the owners, they're not gonna want to. They're not going to want to mess up this deal, are they? They're going to probably chuck money at them, to be fair. And, but yeah, this is a signing which literally no Manchester United fan wants. And, if a Manchester United fan does want Weghorst, I would really want them to explain why they would actually want this deal to happen, because I see no logic in why people would want Manchester United to sign Weghorst this January. Like, I just don't see why we would want to do it. I just see no point in this deal happening. Like, it's really don't want it to happen. But yeah, I probably might be able to talk a little bit about it tomorrow, a bit more about it tomorrow though, because obviously it's Man United versus Charlton Athletic, of course, tomorrow, and we will be talking about Manchester United after the game, of course, and doing the review. So make sure you guys tune into that. And we'll probably have more updates on Weghorst. I doubt we're gonna be looking elsewhere, really. Like, yeah, we're not gonna look elsewhere, but we're just gonna keep going at this deal because it's just a cheap option to go to. But eventually, you just leave it too late, and then we won't even sign anybody. So I mean, just move on. Like, I want us to move on anyway. I just want Besiktas just to keep on rejecting, and Burnley just to keep rejecting. Just please, just because just knowing our club, they're just going to keep on going at this deal, and they're never going to want to give up on trying to sign Weghorst, unfortunately. So yeah, we just need to hope that it's down to the other teams now, Besiktas especially, to just reject this deal. Just reject it so we can move on, sign someone else who's actually a decent striker. I don't know who we would sign her if it's not for. I don't know. Well, we'll just have to find. We'll just have to wait and see updates that come out, of course. So yeah, we will just have to wait and see. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end the stream here. Thanks for watching the video, Keels. Yeah, I'll probably be back tomorrow, of course, for Manchester United and Charlton Athletic. That review of that game as well. Of course, in the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup should be good. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Speak to you all tomorrow. Drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace out.